Hello guys and welcome to Anime Selector channel. Today I want to show you my top 10 anime of Taizai. Enjoy this video. And number 10 is Kill La Kill. After the murder of his father, Ryuka has been wandering the land in search of his killer, following her only lead, the missing half of his invasion. This kiss and blade, she arrives at the prestige Hyoji Academy, a high school unlike any other. The academy is ruled by the imposing and cold-hearted student calling president Satsuki Kiru, alongside her powerful underlight, the Elite Four. In the school brutally comparative hierarchy, Satsuki bets on open shoes at the top special closed colored Goku uniform, which grants the wearer unique superhuman abilities. Thoroughly beaten in a fight against one of the students in uniform, Ryuko races to her raised home, where she stumbles across Setkanto, a rare and sentient kumai of God Closet. After coming into contact with Ryuko's blood, Santax awakening losing onto her and providing her with a massive power. Now, armed with Senteku and the Shika blade, Ryuko makes a stand against the Elite Four, hoping to reach Satsuki and uncover the culprit behind her father's murder once and for all. And number 9, the 7 Deadly Sins. In a world similar to the European Middle Age, the third yet related Holy Knights of Britain use amazingly powerful magic to protect the region of Britannia and its kingdoms. However, a small subset of the Knights opposed betrayed their homeland and turned their blades against their comrades in an attempt to overthrow the rules of Lines. They were defeated by the Holy Knights, but rumors continued to perspect that these legendary Knights killed the 7 Deadly Sins were still alive. 10 years later, the Holy Knights themselves staged a coup d'etat, and thus became the new tyrannical rulers of the Kingdom of Lions. This is a story of adventure of Elizabeth, the 3rd Princess of the Kingdom of Lions, and she is searching as 7 Deadly Sins. With their help, she advised her to not only take back her kingdom from the Holy Knights, but to also seek justice in an unjust world. And number 8, Akame ga Kill. Nitrate in the covert assassination branch of the Revolution Army, an uprising assembled to overthrow Prime Minister Honest, whose avarice and greed for power has led him to take advantage of the chill temperance and experience. Without a strong and benevolent leader, the rest of the nation is left to draw in poverty, strife and ruin. Through the Nitrate, members are all experienced killers. They understand that taking life from Conambemble and that they will likely face retribution as they mercilessly eliminated anyone who stands in the revolution way. This merry band of assassins' newest member in Tatsumi, an evil boy from the remote village who had embarked on a journey to help his impoverished hometown and was won over by not only Nitrate's ideals but also their resolve. The next one is Your Lie in April. Music accompanies the patch of the human metronome, the prodigious pianist Kaisei Arima. But after the passing of his mother, Saki Arima Kansei falls into a downward spiral, rendering him unable to hear the sound of his own piano. 2 years later, Kansei still avoids the piano, leaving behind his admirers and rivals, and lives a colored life alongside his friends Tsubaki Sawat and Ryota Watami. However, everything changes when he meets a beautiful violation Koari Miyazono, who stirs up his world and sets him on a journey to face music again. The story of Kosei's recovery, as he discovered this music is more than playing each note perfectly, and a single melody can bring in the fresh spring air of April. Number 6. Durarara. In Tokyo's downtown district of Ikebukuro, amidst many strange rumors and warning of enemies, gangs, and danger occupants, one urban legend stands out above the rest: the existence of a headless black rider, who is said to be seen driving a jet black motorcycle through the city street. Mikado Ryagima has always longed for the excitement of the city life, and an invitation from a childhood friend convinced him to move to Tokyo. Witnessing the black rider of his first day in the city, his wishes already seem to have been granted. But a supernatural event behind to occur, ordinary citizens like himself along with Ikibaruto's most colorful inhabitants are mixed up in the commons breaking out in their city. Number 5. One Punch Man. The singly adroit and unimpressive Saitama has a rather unique hobby, being a hero. In order to pursue his children's dreams, he trained religiously for 3 years and lost all his hair in the process. Now Saitama is incredibly powerful, so much so that no enemy is able to defeat him in a battle. In fact, all it takes to defeat a wall with just one punch has led. Number 4. Noragami. In time to need, if you look in the right place, you just may see a strange telephone number scribbled in red. If you call this number, you'll hear a young man introduce himself as the Yato god. Yato is a minor deity and a self-proclaimed devilry god who dreams of having millions of worshippers. Without a single shrine decided to his name, however, his goals are far from being realized. He spent his day doing odd jobs for 5 yen a piece until his weapon partner became fed up with her useless master and deserted him. Just as things seem to be looking grim for the god, his fortune changed when a middle school girl, Hoiraike, subsequently saves Yato from a car accident, taking the hit for him. Remarkably, she survives, but the event has caused her soul to become loose and hence able to leave her body. Hoere demands that Yato turn her to normal, but upon learning that he needs a new partner to do so, reluctantly agrees to help him find one. And with her help, Yato's luck may finally be turning around. And my top 3 is The Future Diary. Lonely high school student Yukiteru Amano spent his day writing a diary on his cell phone, while conversing with these two singly imaginary friends, Deus Ex Machina, who is the god of time and space, and Murmur, who god's servant. Revealing himself to be an actual Entitled gives Grant Yukiteru a random diary, which shows height descriptive entire based on the future and forced him into a bloody battle royal with 11 other holders of similarly powerful future diaries, with the last person standing designated as the new god of time and space. Yukiteru must find and kill the other 11 in order to survive. He reluctantly teams up with his obsessive stalker Yuno Gasai, and she takes it upon herself to ensure his safety, but there is more nose girl that meets the eye, as she might have other plans for her unrequited love. Number 2. Angel Beats. Atanashi awakens only to learn he is dead. A rifle tonight girl named Yuri explains that they are in the afterlife, and Atanashi realizes the only thing he can remember about him is his name. Yuri tells him that she leads the Shingaseki Sensen afterlife battlefront, and wage war against a girl named Tenshi. Unable to believe Yuri's claims that Tenshi is evil, Atanashi attempts to speak with her, but the encounter doesn't go as he intended. Atanashi decides to join the SSS and battle Tenshi, but he finds himself oddly drawn to her. While trying to regain his memories and understand Tenshi, he gradually unravels the mysteries of the. And number 1 is a Stein Gate. The self-proclaimed mad science Rentaro Akabe rent out of a room in a rickety old building in Akihabara, where he indulges himself in his hobby of investing prospective future gadgets with fellow lab members, Miyori Shina, his air-headed childhood friend, and Hashibe Itaru, a perverted hacker nicknamed Daru. The three pass the time by tinkering with their most promising contraption yet, a machine dubbed the phone microwave, which performs the strange function of morphing bananas in piles of green gill. Through miraculous in itself, the phenomenon doesn't provide anything concrete in Akabe's search for a scientific breakthrough. That is until the lab members are spurred into action by a string of mystery happenings before stumbling upon unexpected success. The phone microwave can send Emil to the past, altering the flow of history. Akame through the depths of scientific theory and practice, forward across the divergent tree or past and present. Akame must shoulder the burdens that come with holding the key to the realm of time. Thank you guys that you are watching this video, subscribe to this channel, Anime Selector, and goodbye.